Hey guys, I'm just here to provide a quick overview of Hwarang. There's not much information on the internet, so I do want to just show Hwarang skills and what they do so you can decide whether you want to incorporate in your build or whether you want to spend TP to actually unlock Hwarang, because the quest is very long. So Hwarang, basically, long story short, is just two skills, Dancing Arrow and Pyeongjong. These two skills apply a debuff on the enemy, like this, that lets you use your white horn bow and black horn bow. So 1, 2, 3, debuff, black horn bow, white horn bow, black horn bow. Just keep on firing. And then the other skills on the tree is Outbrave. Basically, instead of using white horn bow and black horn bow, you put a flag down. It uses the stacks, and every time you attack in that direction, you see these arrows. They attack the enemy every 5 seconds. It basically will attack an enemy. The attribute I have that makes it blue applies it to other party members for a decreased damage. So if you have a full party, it's very good for party play. You can make sure that the boss gets additional damage. However, a lot of people don't really know what it does, so sometimes it's futile and don't even bother to put it, because it basically uses up a stack of your black horn bow and white horn bow, and you might as well just DPS. And the other skill is Brotherhood, which looks good on paper, but basically it gives you a damage increase 6.5% depending on the Unbending Spirit buff, which is the buff applied by the Pyeongjong. It's pretty good, but really the problem with it is that once you cast this, for example, you have to make a choice whether you want to give your teammates a buff or use it for black horn bow and white horn bow. And the other reason I wanted to make this video is because you have to really just, in Papaya especially, you have to pay to unlock Hwarang, and I want to tell everybody that it's really janky to play because you have to keep casting these spells. And Dancing Arrow, your other DPS, is also a channel spell that you can't move, unlike Pyeongjong, which you can, which makes it really hard versus bosses with lots of knockups and like stuns and CC, and sometimes they just move and you just miss your skills because you can't. When you cast Pyeongjong, you have to fire in that direction. You can just move side to side, but you can't actually re-aim it, unlike Mergen. So popular builds with Hwarang is Mergen, Ranger for a single target DPS, and what I'm running right now is Falconer, because really the main selling point of Hwarang is this attribute called Sky Striking Grenade, which makes your black horn bow and white horn bow do AoE explosions around your target. Now, for all those people that just started or playing Hwarang early, I do want to make note that this Sky Striking Grenade has an AoE attack ratio of 5. So when I first started playing Hwarang, especially early game when you can't even unlock the arts, it looked really underwhelming. I was like, why did you do it? But I'm just gonna go to a farming map and show it to you what happens when you have a lot of AoE attack ratio and aiming. Makes it look really good. So I'm gonna go to one of the endgame zones called Novaha Library. And show to you what happens when you have a lot of AoE attack ratio and then your Hwarang gets geared. For the most part, I only really use Hwarang skills. Hunter and Falk are just there as supplement. I won't go over them, but yeah. Basically, once you can hit a lot of targets, the Sky Striking Grenade starts to get its full potential, especially with a lot of AoE attack ratio. One other note before I end this video is that the Hwarang Vivora basically adds 2 extra stacks to your Pyeongjong. Long story short, it lets you cast White Horn Bow and Black Horn Bow 2 extra times. which literally doubles your DPS. So I would say Hwarang is basically unplayable without the Vivora, so when you're planning your build, be sure to keep that in mind. And that's it, that's Hwarang. Hopefully that helped you decide whether you want to spend all those medals to unlock it, but yeah. This is just meant to show people what Hwarang can do because there's not much information out there. And stop.